Championships and about coming up in the bantamweight division, 54 kilograms in the red. Sergey Водопьянов, 20 years old, the Russian national champion. His opponent from the United States, two-time national champion, Gэрri Russell. He'll be in the blue corner.
Representing the United States of America, Gэрri Russell.
Our referee for this bout, Jao Bong Kim from Korea. The interesting thing about Russell, two-time bantamweight national champion who lost his first bout in the Olympic trials, Elmer, but came back through the losers bracket to represent the USA. Russell won a bronze medal at the World Championships back in 2005 at the tender age of 17.
Good movement there by Russell, but his opponent, Водопьянов, is really beginning to put the pressure on already.
Russians with their classic style. No wasted punches, no wasted movement. Again, in amateur boxing here at the World Championship, there are 4 2-minute rounds.
This is amazing. I think we have 2 southpaws again. I've seen more southpaws in this tournament than I've ever seen.
Sometimes it makes for an awkward bout, but always an exciting one.
That's a much better jab by Russell now. Водопьянов, of course, he's still trying to get closer to his opponent, but he's doing it very cautiously right now.
Gets score with an overhand right, release 1-0 here in the first round of action.
Another overhand right, or overhand left, I guess I should say there.
And as we've seen throughout these World Championships, Elmer, guys who jump out to early leads, substantial early leads in the first round, usually wind up winning the match.
You're right, and that's why Russell's got to get busy. Russell's got to get a left jab out in front of him because he has nothing to stop Водопьянов from coming right in and shooting that jab or shooting the left cross. He's got to give him something to be cautious about. Good left jab there by Russell.
But it did not score.
It did not score.
And that is the end of round 1. And Sergey Водопьянов from Russia, their national champion in this weight division, the bantamweight division, just 20 years old, with a 4-0 lead over USA's Gэрri Russell.
This is Russell, and that's the overhand left right there. And that's the reason why I'm saying what Russell has to do is he has to make sure that he begins to get a left jab out. He cannot allow Водопьянов to just jump right in with an overhand left.
There's the path that brought Водопьянов here to the quarterfinals. He beat Manju Waniaraja of Sri Lanka in the round of 16. He has already clinched a berth on the Russian Olympic team that will represent Russia, the Russian Federation in Beijing, China in 2008. As we look at tonight's judges, 5 judges from Poland, Moldova, Australia, Canada. And I believe it was Australia before we took the graphic away.
Водопьянов is jumping in with a lead overhand left, which is very awkward. And it's probably a punch that Russell's not used to seeing.
Водопьянов with a 5-0 lead.
Good right hook there by Russell, which scored a point for him. And I believe that's the best place for him to be, especially at this point in the bout or the match. He's got to get on the inside. Get inside there and throw uppercuts, throw left hook, throw the real tight, close punches.
And stay in the center of the ring so the judges can see you score.
Good overhand right again by Водопьянов.
And he leads 6-1.
Russell's falling just a little short. I think he has to get a little closer to his opponent before he starts his combination.
It's amazing how just a matter of 6 inches of space can mean all the difference in the world. Водопьянов with 2 scores, and Russell fires back with one of his own, but it's 8-2 in favor of Sergei Водопьянov.
And when Russell, when he gets on the inside like he was here, he cannot allow Водопьянов to tie him up. That's where he's got to go to work. He cannot allow him to tie him up. He's got to work his arms loose and start working on the inside. Good left hook to the body there by Russell. No score though.
15 seconds remain here in round number 2 of this bantamweight battle. 54 kilograms between Sergei Водопьянов of Russia and Gary Russell of the USA.
Водопьянов right now has the luxury of staying on the outside, waiting for his opponent to commit, and then he counters him with either overhand right or a left hook, or right hook, overhand left or a right hook.
And as Russell goes to his corner, Helmut Kempe, I imagine his coaches are going to tell him the same thing you were telling our audience, and that is, Gary, somehow you need to just start your punches, get in a little bit closer.
Get in a little bit closer, and once you get on the inside, you got to get your punch, you got to get your arms moving. You cannot allow your opponent to tie you up. Good overhand left again, right there by Водопьянов. He scored with that. He's done very well in scoring with that punch.
Russell seemingly, you look at how Gary Russell got here, his win in the round of 16 over Ali Halab of France, 22-14. It's been a long road here in Chicago, Illinois for the World Championship. Gary has assured himself of a spot in the Olympic team in Beijing, but now he wants to become a world champion. He's got to step it up, though, as he trails 9-4 going into the 3rd round.
There's no doubt about it. It seems like he's fast. It seems like he's quick. He's just not showing that when he gets on the inside, and that's what he needs to do. Водопьянов, on the other hand, of course, he's going to stay on the outside. He's been very successful in throwing that loopy left hand.
The Russians qualified more boxers into the quarterfinals than any other country in this tournament, World Championship tournament. 9. The U.S. had 6. China had 6. Russell able to score, but so is Водопьянов.
Водопьянов, here he is again with the overhand left. That's when he's big scoring blow.
Also very good lateral movement by Водопьянов.
Водопьянов, he knows he has to lead here, and he's simply staying away from his opponent, Gary Russell.
To know, Sergey does, just the right moment to land a few flurries.
Yeah, he stopped. When he feels his opponent is in a good position when to land a punch, that's when he throws a punch. The one thing that Водопьянов is doing very well is he's keeping himself in good position to punch at all times.
Margin now 7 points between Водопьянов and Gary Russell. Russell's mission for the rest of this round, with their 41 seconds remaining,
the winner in the blue corner, representing
points and get a little bit closer, so he's got a shot in round number 4.
That's right. And I think in order to do that, he has to get closer to his opponent. He's going to have to cut that ring off, and that's probably something that he's not used to doing. Good combinations there. He scored him a point.
Now he's within 6.
tell you, I'm really surprised that so many fighters are absent of that lead-off jab. To get control to your opponent, it takes a lot of punches.
Big left hand by Rassel, but Водопьянов able to block it.
When you see Водопьянов again, he basically gives himself in good position and then he jumps in with a very quick right-left combination.
And both men return to their corner after round 3. And Gary Russell returns to his feet with fans of USA, USA, bellowing here at the UIC Pavilion.
In the blue corner, representing Armenia,
Mike, you know, we talked about this a little earlier. That's why I do believe that even though you don't throw a lot of punches, when you go to the body, it's important to establish a good body attack. Because it gets your opponent to think about all of his body, not just his head, but his body also. And if you can get him to cover up his head and his body, or be concerned about his head and his body, then it's a lot easier for you to land a lot of those shots. But if he's just concerned about blocking punches coming to the head, you know, it's going to be a lot harder for you to score a lot of those blows.
Водопьянов scored 9 of his 11 points in the first 2 rounds, so a better third round for Gary Russell. Let's see if he can step it up even further here in the 4th and final round of this bantamweight battle. 54 kilograms. Sergey Водопьянов of the Russian Federation versus Gary Russell.
This is really just a bad position to be in for Russell. To have to gain 7 points in the next minute and a half and have to chase his opponent, you really leave yourself vulnerable in this situation. But he's got to move his head. He's got to make sure he keeps his head moving as he moves in. That way he'll be a little less vulnerable and be in position to throw punches himself. Good combination there.
Knocks Водопьянов to the canvas,
but no point.
And why is that?
Not sure. I thought for sure he did land at least one of those blows. But it was good head movement, and because of the head movement, he was able to make Водопьянов miss and able to score himself.
Водопьянов came right back from that knockdown and got in the right hand, a scoring blow that counted. 14-6, the Russian lead.
Водопьянов, he really is. He's staying on the outside, using his jab, moving to the right and left, waiting until there's a good opportunity, and he just simply throws that overhand left, which has been very effective for him.
Equally adept at moving to his left, moving to his right, and then all of a sudden taking a step forward and throwing that left hand like he did there.
Beautiful left hand. And one thing I want everybody to understand is you see his positioning. He's always in great position to punch. You always have to be in position to punch, no matter where you are within that 20 by 20 foot ring.
Sergey now with a 16-6 lead over Gary Russell of the United States. Final moments of the 4th round. Winding down, and that is it. Sergey Водопьянов of Russia, the winner in the 54-kilogram bantamweight match between Gary Russell. A 10-point margin, 16-6. Here's a little bit of how he did it.
Yeah, that was simply an off balance. He kind of lost his balance there. Водопьянов, I talked about how well his balance was, and it seemed just lose the balance right there. So I think it was simply because his opponent, Gary Russell, jumped in with his head.
We had questioned why Gary Russell didn't get a point for that. Now we know why, having seen it.
Kilogram weight class, the winner in the red corner, representing the Russian Federation.
And an impressive performance by Sergey Водопьянов of Russia. As he moves on to the quarterfinals, he won all 4 rounds, and he won them fairly decisively, although the 3rd round, Gary Russell gave it his best shot.